What's up, guys? Today we're gonna do a trailer reaction to Sonic X Shadow. Not the fan shit, but Sonic X Shadow Generations. Remastered technically of Sonic Generations. It was either gonna be Unleashed or Sonic Adventure 2 or Sonic Generations, and seems like we're getting a remastered, possibly. Honestly, I don't know. As far as Sonic games, they all look pretty much the same. The graphics aren't crazy looking. From playing Sonic games, I really enjoyed Unleash. Not just because you got to play as a werehog, not that, a lot of people were excited, but I kind of liked it. It was definitely something new and unique to me, and I actually really enjoyed it. I liked that he could punch, stretch, and had some like actual skill tree to level him up, the werehog and shit, and he was able to, use different combos, and I really enjoyed that from Sonic. And you know, the cutscenes. Oh my god. Sonic Unleash cutscenes. This is what Sonic games as of lately haven't had, those beautiful cutscene, like cinematic type of cutscenes. In trailers we get them, but in the actual games, nah. Sonic Unleash and also even Sonic 06, even though not many people liked it, it had good ass cutscenes. Both of those games have actual good in-game, well, it wasn't in-game, I don't know. It was cutscenes, but those were like cinematic type of shit, and I missed those. Imagine a Sonic game where you get cutscenes like that and little quick time events. Like Sonic Unleashed also had fire ass like sound effects, like the when you freaking speed dash, it was like a shockwave. And even, I think, who was it that voiced him? Jason, I forgot, but it was one of the, good Sonic voice actors. I like, was it Roger Craig Smith? Roger Craig? Oh my god, let me check real quick. Roger Craig Smith is the voice actor. His voice, I just love it, bro. When he's like, woo! When you dash too, he's like, or did the quick time, he's like, feeling good. Like, he gave that good Sonic aesthetic. And Roger Craig Smith, I think he does good. Even Frontiers, what I liked about Frontiers was the combat. I liked the new ways. I liked how Sonic now could throw hands and do like some anime tornado kicks and shit. Especially even when he's, Super Saiyan, Super Sonic. That's what I liked about Frontiers. But in my opinion, Frontiers had, some tweaks that happened that I didn't like. Because you could, I feel like, yes, it gave you that freedom. It was open world, but it felt like lackluster and shit. I feel like even though it was open, it just felt kind of boring outside. It didn't really get that interesting. I like the little mini bosses and shit, but other than that, and then your camera control and graphics, like, that's what I'm saying. Imagine Insomniac Games. They already have a lot of shit, but like, how Ratchet and Clank is kind of similar to Sonic, where it's like animal characters. Imagine that as a Sonic game. You'll get great graphics, like, even in game, because Ratchet and Clank has great graphics, like, even just generally speaking, not just like actual cutscenes, but the in-game graphics and cutscenes look French's kiss. It just looks so good. And if Insomniac ever wanted to pick up Sonic, and I feel like, I don't care if they start from the beginning, start from scratch, I feel like they'll deliver. And I don't want to put Insomniac on too much shit, even Blizzard and stuff. That's all I want. Next Sonic game, a new Sonic game with good cutscenes. Like, I miss those cutscenes. We're in a generation where we deserve to get those AAA titles. I know Sonic, as far as I'm concerned right now, is not looking too good. It's still good. Frontiers was still like a 7 out of 10 game, but it still had flaws. Even when I first saw the reviews, I'm like, yeah, people are just nitpicking. But now, even as a Sonic fan, I could agree it wasn't the best. But let me dive on into this trailer, because I've been talking for like good 5 minutes and we haven't even got into the trailer. But let's hop on into Sonic X Generations, Shadow Generations, whatever. It looks a little polished, but I don't know. It might look exactly the same as the one in the PS3 and Xbox 360, I'm pretty sure. But I love Generations, you know, the way you could, like, these type of cutscenes need to be in games. And I don't know if they're gonna add more, because Shadow was not playable. It was only Little Sonic and Classic and... I wonder if they're gonna have some quick time events with Shadow. And if they add new shit, you know, even if the game is pretty much the same, I'll still cop it, you know. I wonder what they're gonna add. Is this gonna be a DLC or what? A free DLC? And it seems like Shadow's actually throwing hands in this game. So, it's supposed to come out autumn, which, when is autumn? And it's showing that it's for PlayStation. So guess what, guys? What if this game's a PlayStation exclusive? That'd be crazy. I mean, I have a PlayStation, so... But I am excited for the game. I just think the graphics are not going to change that much. You know what? I just think that, you know. I think the graphics still look good for its generation, the PS3 and shit. So I'm not too big bothered by that, but it seems like it's a remaster, but it might not even be. I think the graphics, you know, Sonic games as of now haven't really had the craziest graphics, you know. They all look the same. Nothing game changing. So yeah, that's what I like. Let me know if you guys would like a Sonic game kind of like where it has that Unleash aesthetic where it had great cutscenes, and it was all the great cutscenes and shit happened when Jason Griffith was the voice of Sonic. After that, the graphics were been the same, and it's only been in-game cutscenes, and they just look alright, you know. I wonder if this game's gonna come out on Sonic's birthday, like how, because it says autumn. When is fall? Or I mean autumn. When is autumn season? So September, what? Between summer and winter. So I don't know. I don't think this should take that long, this game, to come out. I want it soon as possible. I'll definitely play it. And there's a way you could get Little Sonic. I think it's Classic. Yeah, I think Classic Sonic, you could get him to do the homing attack. And it's so satisfying doing homing attack side, like, you know, how it's just side by side. To me, I think it's more satisfying doing it that way. So I'm hoping, I mean, it's in the game, of course, you know. It's so fun. If you get the homing attack, it's so easier to get those. But you need to collect like a certain amount of red coins, I think, to unlock his homing attack, or all of them. Something like that. I think there's like a certain amount. I don't think you need all the red coins, but you need like most of them to get his homing attack, and it's just so satisfying. And that's what I like about the game, is that you could unlock little things to your Sonic and shit, like abilities and stuff. So that's what I like about this game, and I'm low-key excited. This was like 2011, bro. I think this came out. Alexa, when did Sonic Generations come out?
Good evening, Randy Figueroa Jr. Sonic Generations will be released in 2024 and will be available on Nintendo.
Bro, I already...
Nintendo.
Yeah, it came out 2011. Yeah, so it's been about 13 years. Oh my god, stomach, shut up. Yeah, I think it's been about 13 years. Now it's coming back, a remastered. Kind of like how GTA, that was so long. So hopefully it's a banger, you know, and I'm glad. It seems like, I wonder how they're gonna do this Shadow Sonic shit. Is it gonna tie into the story? Is it gonna be kind of the same story with a little twist to it? What's gonna go on? Like, I don't know. Is it just gonna be a side mission of you playing as Shadow? Can you play Shadow as different in all the levels too? Can you switch between those three now? Sonic, classic Sonic, modern Sonic, and Shadow. It would have been crazy though if they had a classic Shadow. I mean, Shadow comes really later, but that would have been funny as fuck, but also dope. Then you would have 4 like characters to play as a classic Shadow, modern Shadows, classic Sonic, modern Sonic. That'd be interesting, but I don't know. Maybe they can. I mean, this is still an early ass trailer. This trailer came out like a week, 2 weeks ago. I think last month, January. Or maybe this month. I don't know. When did this trailer drop? I don't know, but I'm excited. Like, I'm actually excited, you know. I don't know if they're going to work any new games, you know. Even the Sonic Origins thing or whatever it was, Sonic Superstars, turned out to be mid to wasn't as great either. It's probably like the same thing with Frontiers. All the Sonic games as of lately been at least good, but they're still like mid and shit. But as you could see, I'm really a Sonic speculator, and I hope for the best for it. You know, even Sonic the Hedgehog 3, I'm kind of excited for that movie. I'll probably do a trailer reaction. You know, I hope they dial down on the Sonic, you know, Sonic fucking, like, humor. Like, the humor, I know it's supposed to be for the kids, but the humor, like, the fart jokes, they're a little bit, like, okay, cringy, and Sonic flossing and shit. They had some, you know, cringy shit, that's why, you know, but I really love the fights. When you see the fights, like, if you saw Knuckles versus Sonic in the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie, where they were throwing hands, that shit was like Dragon Ball Z and shit. But I'm gonna leave it here. Alright, because there's a lot to talk about. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here. Hope you guys like this video. Long way to go to 100k subscribers. Try to get 500 subs by the end of this year. And just love you guys. Thank you guys for coming here. You know, MGA squad, we're here. And peace and love you guys.